why people fail on their diets. So that's what today's post is going to be about. The 3 steps to a really successful diet system. Alright, now I'm basing this whole thing off of what I do for my clients and what I've seen in all my years of fitness as to be really effective effective strategy for how to build a sustainable diet that allows you to improve your body continually year after year after year after year, right? So step 1 is detoxify and cleanse your body. So most people, when they're going into a diet, they do need some kind of cleanse, right? They do need to detoxify their body. They've eaten a lot of foods full of, toxins, antibiotics, hormones, and your body's in an inflamed state and it's holding on to all those toxins. So you really need to start to cleanse it out. And I'm a proponent of a whole food cleanse, which means lots of vegetables, really clean and lean meats, unprocessed carbohydrates, no processed food, basically something like a Whole30, paleo, somewhat adjusted. Some people, like I said, I've said this before in my other posts as well as in my blog, that some foods won't agree with you, so you really need to make sure you're cutting out any food that can possibly inflame you during that first 30 days of your detoxification or 21 days of your detoxification. Another way to detox is you could do like the Ramadan thing where you don't eat during the daytime and you only eat at night. Jews have another kind of fasting system like Muslims, I'm not sure, but any one of those fasting systems where you don't eat during the day, you really severely limit your calories or the time that you consume calories so that your calorie intake is really low. And even when you do consume those calories, again, making sure that they're whole foods, lots of vegetables, no processed foods. These are really good methods to detoxify. If you're looking for some other ones, look at Dr. McCullough or drash.com. Those guys really go into viable methods for detoxifying your body. 2 ways not to detoxify your body. 2 cleanses that are like crazy popular, that are probably the worst things you could possibly do, and to me one of the biggest problems with the fitness industry. Juice cleanses, and then these like lemon water detox. You're only drinking cayenne pepper, lemon, maple syrup water for 20 days. These are terrible ideas. Absolutely positively, like some of the worst things you ever see, come across down the line. Do they get fast results? Like, you're gonna lose some weight? Heck yeah. But what's gonna happen after that is you're gonna get something called a supercompensation effect. So basically, think of supercompensation like you starved yourself all day and then somebody put a bunch of cookies, cake, ice cream, and all that stuff in front of you, and you're supposed to not eat it. You're gonna eat it, right? And so what happens is you can think of those types of diets as like your body was like starved, right? And so your body's starved of calories and nutrients that it needs. And so when you start to take in food and you eat like a normal person, right, your body stores as much as it can. So the difference between this kind of diet and like the whole food detox is the whole food detox, you're still getting in calories, right? You may be consuming less, but they're all really, really clean, so the body has a process to flush it out. On these other juicing and these crazy lemon water diets, you're barely taking in any calories, and so the body's really going through a crazy starvation mode for that time period. Now, sometimes during the juicing diet, people will get in a decent amount of calories, but again, the main problem is sugar. So it's a lot of sugar. I don't care fruit, once you puree it and whatever, you might as well just take table sugar, put it in some water, and drink that sucker with some vitamins. That's it, right? And so what happens is a lot of people go on a diet, they're already what we call insulin resistant, pre-diabetic, inflamed, and so when they take in all their food is sugary drinks, fruit juices, then what's going to happen is their insulin levels are going to spike, they're going to crash, they're going to spike, they're going to crash, and those people become more insulin resistant. So all their predispositions to diabetes, those systems get worse. Even though they may have improved in their blood sugars while they were on the diet, as soon as they come off of it, they've created a really compounded effect, and it goes back into super compensation. right? So we don't want to see you do that. So juicing, no go. Lemon water, no go. Don't do either one of those things. All right. So that's step 1. Detoxify. Whole food detoxifications. Whole30 is a great one. Paleo diet is a pretty good one. Raw vegan is a good option, even if you want to do that. Whole tons of options out there to go on a really detoxifying, cleansing diet, right? And that's step 1 for our program, and we kind of pick what detoxifying diet is appropriate, and I tailor it to that person, to their height, their weight, the calorie intake, their exercise, and all that stuff. Okay, all right, step 2. Now we got to rebuild and revitalize. So why do we call it rebuilding and revitalizing? Step 1, we flushed out all the impurities, we cleansed your gut, we got all the bad stuff out of you. Now we got to rebuild and add more good stuff. So step 2 of your diet is when you want to start to bring in, this is 30 days in, you want to start to bring in like your probiotics, your prebiotic, fermented foods, your apple cider vinegar kind of in more effect, your probiotic, prebiotic yogurts. Though all of these foods need to come back into the diet, and then we also start to implement other foods that you liked before. Maybe a couple of really clean processed treats, you know, your bars and your health food bars and things like that. You can kind of start bringing those in. Still keeping it really clean, but slowly but surely walking your calories up to where, you know, you should be able to maintain or continue to loss at a healthy calorie intake. Because remember, we weren't worried too much about calories in the detoxification phase. So now we're taking a little more calories in, we're mixing our foods up, we're taking the probiotics, and we're really reestablishing a healthy system in our gut. And you're going to do this for the next 30 days. And then the final 30 days, or step 3, and this is really like the rest of your life, right, is about restoring your metabolic rate. With my clients, it's about bringing calories back up to a place where you can sustain the weight loss. Some people want to lose more weight, so you just kind of revert back to step 2, or with a more variety of foods, keeping a calorie deficit. If you're pretty happy where you are, then you start to march your calories up, and you maintain and you start shaping your body. That's where you start to worry about building your biceps and all that kind of stuff, and getting all big and bulky. Or for women, you know, adding the booty. A lot of women want to add the booty and start growing the booty in this phase. And all this is healthy, right? So you found out what foods bother you, inflame you. You've created a really good situation in your body to process food properly. And you start to really establish some healthy habits of tracking your food and everything else like that. And you know what works for you, right? And that's step 3, and you kind of build a diet off of that. Again, if you guys need any help, feel free to ask me. If you want to sign up for our system, we are running some specials right now. And I will be giving away a lot of stuff for free moving forward. Keep checking us out, guys. Like, subscribe, and be easy.